Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Today we are talking about how to use the Lifeline exercise, or a lifeline, your business's lifeline, to supersize and grow your business. A lot of businesses, a lot of business owners, a lot of business people I work with have never even considered or looked at this as a tool that they can use to grow, improve, reflect on what's working, build on that, reflect on what didn't work so well and let it go, learn the lessons so we can let it go and not do that anymore. And so I share with them, usually at some point in our conversations, the idea of creating a lifeline or a timeline for your business. I coach people as individuals to create one for their life. I've got one for my life. I've got actually a couple for my life. This is the one I've used since 2020 to demonstrate and share on my videos. Why? Because it's small enough to hold up. Mine is actually one of those tri-fold presentation boards now that I use and look at, and I thought of something to add to it today. Every once in a while, something will come up and it'll be like, oh, that is not on my lifeline. I need to add that, and look at how it impacts each of the different areas and aspects of the life framework that I use and I share and I teach. It's a 9-part life framework: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, confidence, this month's focus, and communication. So I will look at my lifeline today, personally and professionally, for my business, and I will say, okay, how is that building the confidence of our organization, or how is that maybe deleting the confidence in our organization? And why I want to look at that is because that tells me a whole lot about our culture and the direction that we're going, the things we're trying to create that have an absolute positive impact on every other area and aspect of our business, right? If we have cultural challenges in our organization, and I've worked in several of those, I work with them a lot, but I'm not part of them. And that's a little bit different than actually working in them. If you've worked in a culture that isn't particularly in alignment with who you are, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, it's like if you've worked with the wrong type customers for your business. I think we've all done that at some point in our career and in our business growth. We've picked people out of usually desperation or fear, or because we had a big bill coming up or something when we're first getting started out. And it turns out that they're not a good fit for us, and we're not necessarily a great fit for them, but we've committed to doing the thing we're going to do for them and the problem we're solving for them. And so we follow through and we do that, but we hopefully learn the lesson that we need to pick our customers as wisely as they choose us, right? We need to choose each other to make our business relationships work, depending on the type of business you're in. But for the most part, the more you do that, the more alignment you are in choosing the customers that are right for you, the faster and easier it is to grow and build and supersize your business. And one of the tools I like to use is the Lifeline exercise, which is like those timelines we used in high school or grade school or college to study different events, right? Discoveries in science classes, social studies, and government and history. We usually led up to like a big event like the World Wars. And it had the events that led up to that. Now, I guess we'd have to ask ourselves, well, is that really what happened? According to what we're learning from the history books, because there's a lot of doubt being cast on what's been presented to us as average human beings, average citizens in each of our respective countries. So I always like to say, think for yourself, look and see what's going on. Does it feel right to you? Or does it make sense? And if the answer is no, it's probably not the truth. Well, it's definitely not true for you. So we look at our lifeline. We look at the big events for our business. When did you start your business? What were the situations surrounding that? How did you get the confidence to step out of your comfort zone and start your business? That's a good thing to reflect upon once in a while, right? Especially when you hit a brick wall with something and you're struggling with it. Just go back and reflect on the positive things that have happened to get the confidence to move forward in the current challenges that we're facing. Because I don't know about you, but pretty much every day something comes up, either in my professional or personal life, that isn't ideal or isn't something that we planned for. And so we have to be resilient enough to deal with those things on the fly as they come up. But the big things, we want to look at those, both the things that we considered negative. Like when I look at my lifeline now, or my business lifelines, or any other timeline for a business, or even it's easy for somebody else's business, right? Because you're not emotionally attached to it. But when I look at that, I find that the things that I thought were the end of the world at the time that they happened turned out to be my biggest jumping off and growth points. Why? Because it's when we face challenges and it's when we have things that don't work out for us that we really tap into our reserves and our creativity and our energy, and we find solutions that we might not have otherwise thought of because we were just clicking along, doing the easy stuff and keeping doing what we'd always been doing, right? All right, that's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I challenge you to create a timeline or lifeline, whatever you want to call it, for your business today. And you don't have to have everything on it. Just start it. Start from the time you started your business on and just put some of the key milestones on it. That's the first step of the process. All right. Have a great day, and I'll, of course, see you tomorrow.